Former President Uhuru Kenyatta made a first public appearance since February after he attended 2 funerals in Mount Kenya, and today accompanied by the First Lady of the very First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Ngina. Uhuru Kenyatta attended the ordination of 2 Catholic bishops in Nairobi on Saturday today, and the former president was out with a very interesting speech that I want us to get, and of course it's going to give us the gist of this analysis. Uhuru Kenyatta made this appearance at a time when he's been trying to avoid mostly, and again this appearance really drew attention because it is the first time that Uhuru Kenyatta was sharing podium with some elements of Kenya Kwanza, with some politicians from Kenya Kwanza. But I want us to make some observations because I followed through the event, and there's some key observations that I want us to make first. Then you're going to listen to Uhuru Kenyatta's speech. But before that, let me just remind you briefly about our April project here under the bold. We normally say that in 2 months we pick one project and support as part of our CSR, and we did in February. We released some women that were detained in the hospital. This time round, our April project are these women here. We have a pool of 50 elderly women in Kano that really need us. This, if you can check these photos, these are just a sample of photos. It just shows you the condition. They are living in very deplorable conditions. Some are in need of mattresses, blankets, and of course even food stuff. If you see the photos here, they are carrying some unga. Someone has been doing that for some time, but we decided, one of us has been doing that. So when this was proposed, I realized, oh, this is the need in the society. So this is our April project. On 13th April, next Saturday, we shall be having a mission in Kano to support 50 elderly women. Participate in this. I've shared the number down there. This is our project, and I've always said that we are almost 63. So if each one of us can contribute as little as 50 shillings or 100, we'll be able to make a big impact. The number is down there. Let's share and also make sure we partake of this mission. Now, I made some few observations, and let me start with this photo. This is the sitting arrangement there. Former president was seated. On this other side was Moses Masika Wetangula, and then Chief Justice Martha Koome, and of course he shared that row with a host of politicians. Not very far from there was Sakaja and the Edwin Sifuna and other elected leaders who are also present in that event. Now, when Moses Kuria arrived, there was this moment of this handshake, this photo that has been you've been seeing in the social media spaces. This is the photo when Moses Kuria arrived and really specifically looked for that handshake. And you can see the way Uhuru Kenyatta embraced. And of course, they went, I'm telling you, that photo, Moses Kuria was looking for it. We've been saying that quite a number of politicians have been looking for that handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta, and you could see it. The last time Uhuru attended a funeral, Moses Kuria even said he was rushing to meet Uhuru Kenyatta so that they could, I don't know, he could say something to him. So I noticed that Moses Kuria push for that handshake. Number 2 is Rigathi Gachagua skipped the event. He is in Nairobi, and William Ruto sent Moses Masika Wetangula to present his speech, and Moses Wetangula even came out outwardly to speak that he wanted, that he was sent there by President William Ruto. Get a snippet of Moses Wetangula's speech and how the crowd really marveled when they heard of Wetangula acknowledging the former President Uhuru Kenyatta.
To appear, the brand new kids on the block.
So this was here. I made this very critical, and you will realize that apart from Moses Kuria, Rigathi Gachagua, who recently asked for some apology from Mama Ngina, is in Nairobi. Many other leaders attended. William Ruto even sent Speaker Wetangula. But Rigathi Gachagua, if Rigathi Gachagua wanted to to ask for that apology. That was the event. He skipped that event, and these are the fellows that have been saying in almost every political rally that they're looking for Uhuru Kenyatta for some sort of handshake. And so he skipped the event, and instead William Ruto's speech was read by Moses Masika Wetangula. In fact, he did not even read that speech. He just acknowledged that he was sent by President William Samoei Arap Ruto. Number third observation I realized is the presence of Mama Ngina. I think there is this video here when she also came out and they attended that event, the two of them.
Afuatiwe na Speaker Honorable Moses Wetangula. Tumpigie makofi na yeye. Afuatiwe na Lady Justice Martha Koome. Ni heshima kubwa sana kuja kwa hii sherehe ya leo.
Afuatiwa na
Mama Ngina Kenyatta ndiye huyo. Afuatiwa na Bwana Moho. Thank you so much. Niombe kuchukua muda tu mfupi. Governors ambao wako na Mwana Sakaja, thank you so much.
Uhuru Kenyatta and Mama Ngina. I think that video is all over here. You can look at that video, and this is the video that has been trending here about the presence of Mama Ngina. Now, there was a message that Uhuru Kenyatta sent, and I wanted to watch this speech. It's a bit, it carries everything that Uhuru said about the church, and let me get it so that we can come back and analyze it.
Your Excellency, the Apostolic Nuncio, Your Eminence, Cardinal Njue, Your Grace, Archbishop Philip Agnolo, Your Graces, my Lord Bishops, the clergy, all leaders here present. Yangu ya kwanza ni kuchukua nafasi hii kuwapongeza mabishopu wetu wapya na kuwa na nafasi ya officially saying my Lord Bishop Bwana Kamomoe and my Lord Bishop Ng'ang'a. Sasa wamepata title lingine, kwa hivyo ni vizuri nikisema hivyo. Congratulations, and we wish you every success, and you're in our prayers. Niseme ya kwamba tuko na furaha kuwa pamoja nanyi siku ya leo, ikiwa ni siku ya kusherehekea na kurudisha shukrani kwa Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kutufikisha hapa. Na ndipo kila siku tunasema Mungu ni mwema na Mungu hutenda mema, na wakati wa kila mtu Mungu amempangia. Leo imefika ni wakati ya Father Kamomoe na Father Wainaina kuacha jina Father Ng'ang'a kule nejolile kuacha jina Father na sasa kuitwa Bishop. tondu muthenya uyu niguo mabangirwo ni Ngai na niguo wao, na nikio hindi ciothe tugaga Ngai ni mwega. Yangu tu ni kusema ya kwamba wameingia hii kazi leo kusaidiana na wenzao, haswa Archbishop Anyolo, kueneza Injili katika diocese yetu ya Nairobi. Na hiyo sio kazi ambayo tutasema ni rahisi, kwa sababu dunia ambayo tunaishi yaendelea kuwa ngumu, na ikiwa ngumu, saa ingine watu hupotea, na wakipotea wanatafuta mchungaji, na mchungaji ni yule ambaye atasikiliza wale ambao wanaongoza, na badala ya kuwaeleza ni kushauriana pamoja na wao apate suluhu ya kuwasaidia katika shida zao. We have for too long sometimes taken leadership to mean your capacity to lord it over everybody else. But as the nuncio has reminded us today, the job of a shepherd is not to direct, but to guide and lead and bring everybody along with you. Tumesikia juu ya wasaliti. Nuncio ametuambia hapa mambo ya wasaliti, na ajichunge wasaliti wa kanisa. Mabishop mujichunge. Lakini mimi nataka niseme hii, nikiangalia to my left, to my right, sioni shida ya usaliti mwingi sana huku. Hawa ni watu ukiwaongelesha vizuri, mtapelekana na hawa vizuri sana na watawasaidia kwa kazi zenu. Usaliti huko upande mwingine sitaki sijui. Usaliti ni mwingi sana. Lakini kwa wasaliti tunawaambia, hata Judas alisaliti Yesu, lakini hiyo mahela aliiwacha akaenda akatafuta kamba. Kwa hivyo because ya mwisine dale, kuna siku ambaye haina mwisho wake. So yangu ni kusema, shirikianeni pamoja na hawa. Bring them into your confidence. Bring them into your trust. They, especially in difficult times, will help guide you through and bring your flock to greener pastures. There was once a man who said ya kwamba the church is the conscience of society. We must always ask ourselves, and especially the leadership of the church, is whether we are still faithful to that calling. Are we still the conscience of society? Or have we forgotten that critical role? In times of difficulty, that consciousness is very important. And I pray that the Lord God will guide our two new bishops, that they will remain that conscience, that they will speak their minds in the interest of their people without fear or favor, knowing that it is their mission to not only preach the gospel and teach but also to practically walk and live with those that they shepherd through their difficult times, and to stand for them when their people need it. It is servant leadership, not leadership to be served. I wish God's grace, I wish God's blessings, I also wish God's joy for you as you move forward. I congratulate your parents. Muroradi muna ni joy. Koroshi ya nyunishiwira na kikano mudanya wa muthi.
Mheshimiwa Rais Mstaafu Uhuru Kenyatta anawaombea baraka wazazi kwa hawa ambao ni wazazi wa maaskofu wateule, na tunawashukuru hata nyinyi wazazi kwa zawadi yenu.
Kwa wazazi, kwa familia, kwa kushikilia hawa wenzetu, tuwasema asante. Tuwasema Mungu aendelee kuibariki taifa letu la Kenya. Mungu aendelee kubariki wananchi wetu wa Kenya. Tuendelee kuwa na umoja, tuendelee kupendana, na kanisa ishike jukumu lake la kuhakikisha ya kwamba imetetea haki za wananchi wa taifa hili letu la Kenya. Mungu na wabariki na waweke. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now allow me to invite the Speaker of the...
Yes, contrary to what many are used to, he spoke about the position of the church. And he is saying here that he expressed that many Kenyans depend on the church to guide them during the difficult moments that are currently being faced. Moments being faced. On the other hand, he called on Kenyans to maintain peace and pray for the nation and church leaders. That the church is supposed to offer the leadership. This point has been it's been very emotive, and I think everyone has always been asking, where is the position of the church as far as things are concerned? We have doctor strike, we have now the surge of the fake fertilizer. I don't know, you can name them. We have other ills, the taxation regime that is coming, that is happening. And people have been complaining about this. There is the issue of the accidents. I just realized that Chavakali boys released a school bus, not even a bus, students, and got in contact with another private company to ferry students to Nairobi at night against a regulation. And parents are asking, why did we have to release students at night? And then, you know, what happened later is that they were involved in an accident. So, President is asking, where is the position of the church? Why I think the church owes Kenyans some defense or some very good explanation on the state of the nation is simply these 2 or 3 observations. Number one, the church has been a platform of political communication. They have been a platform that has been used for political communication. So even as we speak, every politician that wants to campaign will always want to get the pulpit, because that is the precedence that was set in the run-up to 2022 general election. So I think they also owe Kenyans this, and they need, I think, a bit of that guidance. Number 3, the other second thing, I think the church needs to be a neutral arbiter. You know, they need to play the neutral card, unlike in the past where they took a position and the position went controversial to what really, you know, what will be the norms of the pulpit. So they need to play a role, and that role needs to be a neutral role. Then the third observation about the issue of the church is the public is a bit depressed. The public is lacking someone that can speak on their behalf. What exactly is happening now is, if you look at opposition, Raila seems to be getting to AUC bid. The AUC bid has suppressed his voice. He's not talking. If you look at the parliament has now been an extension of executive. And simply, there is no one who is speaking on behalf of Mwananchi. Now, the media has also been suppressed, because the media depends on some very good funding from government through advertisements. That funding has been given to one company. the Star. So there are a lot of some injustice going on. There is some economic injustice going on, and this is a very important aspect that really the church must speak about. In fact, even the freedom of the media, the church also needs to speak about, because when it is stifled, it's against the state. So bit of it, it's a bit interesting. One thing I realized that Uhuru is a bit calm. Contrary to what people think, Uhuru is very calm, and he decided to veer off from those, strong statements that normally irritate the other team. One thing I've realized is, Kenya Kwanza politicians from Mount Kenya, they really fear Uhuru Kenyatta. As much as they want to say, we want to meet him, want to say something, it didn't happen. In fact, Moses Kuria was not even given time to give his speech there. He did speak. The only person that spoke on behalf of government was probably Moses Wetangula. And maybe they escaped because they thought if we go there, it will be a battleground. Quite a number of things. That's my observation on that. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and kindly support our April project.